Ya pemirsa masih di Extra Joss Top Boxing dan Bung Turun Anda katakan tadi bahwa memang sangat beruntung sekali Chris John bahkan juga Indonesia memiliki petinju juara dunia yang masuk ke badan dunia tinju WBA. Dan kita juga masih punya lagi juara dunia lain itu Rahman di IBF. Nah tentu saja dengan adanya juara dunia WBA dan IBF paling tidak sebetulnya Indonesia sendiri sudah memiliki akses cukup baik kepada badan-badan tinju tersebut Bung.
Ya, salah satunya bukan itu saja. WBC juga pernah. Kita pernah punya juara juga. WBC Intercontinental, dua petinju kita. Terus WBO kita mencoba juga, tapi gagal. Dan IBO ya.
Bung Deh, kalau kita lihat petinju sendiri, dengan katakanlah manajer yang sudah punya akses ke badan-badan tinju, tentu saja petinju harus mempersiapkan diri sebaik mungkin.
Iya, dah pastinya. Ke standar-standar mereka sendiri juga harus dimulai. Harus ada dari dalam sendiri dan Chris John sudah melakukan itu. Gitu.
Baik, sekarang kita berhubungan dengan Bung Doni Winari yang sudah berada di sini. Selamat siang Bung Doni.
Ya.
Apa kabar Bung?
Halo.
Halo Bung Doni.
Selamat siang Bung Andi.
Selamat
kabar
siang,
baik.
kabar baik. Di sini ada Bung Turino dan Bung Dede, Bung Doni.
Selamat siang Om Torino, selamat siang Bung Dede.
Selamat siang.
Sama-sama, selamat siang Bro.
Bung Doni bisa ceritakan sedikit bagaimana persiapan petinju kita Chris John di Australia nih Bung berhadapan dengan Tommy Browne nanti?
Selama ini kan sudah 3 bulan ya di sini sejak Januari ya, sejak Perth. Dan saya pikir ada peningkatan di power pukulannya dari terakhir latihan ya sebelum pertandingan ini 2 hari lalu lah setidaknya. Cuman ada satu kendala yang memang sangat susah untuk diatasi yaitu cuaca yang terlalu dingin saat ini pun sangat bisa dibilang beku ya tadi pagi ya. Cuaca di Penrith ya sekitar 50 km dari Sydney sehingga ada kesulitan bagi Chris dan tidak hanya Chris bahkan petinju-petinju yang bersama dengannya Daniel Dawson untuk menghasilkan berkeringat gitu. Susah untuk berkeringat buat mereka dan itu imbasnya ke berat badan yang memang susah untuk turun sehingga sampai 1 hari sebelum Chris John bertanding dia masih over 1,3 kg. Kemudian dia harus masuk ke sauna ada di tengah kota Penrith selama sekitar 1 jam sehingga dia bisa akhirnya masuk timbangan sampai dengan 56,55 kg. Hal itu juga dialami oleh Tommy Browne yang berasal dari Campbelltown yang hanya kira-kira 10 km dari Penrith sini. Jadi bisa dibilang dia memang local boxer. Penrith, maksud saya Tommy Browne sampai hari Senin dia masih 61 kg beratnya. Sehingga imbasnya ketika berat timbang badan kemarin sempat molor sampai 2 jam untuk menunggu Tommy Browne mencapai berat ideal 57 dan dia akhirnya memang masuk dengan berat 56,8 kg.
Baik Bung Doni, terima kasih atas laporan pandangan mata Anda dari Sydney. Kita akan berjumpa kembali dalam telewicara berikutnya. Selamat siang Bung. Selamat bertugas.
Ya, terima kasih Bung Andi.
Bung De, kalau kita lihat dengan di Bung Doni tadi katakan bahwa mereka harus menurunkan berat badan dengan dipaksa sedemikian rupa. Apakah mempengaruhi penampilan?
Yang pasti sih sedikit ya, tapi tinggal recovery mereka. Yang mereka pasti mengejar untuk masuk ke timbang badan ya. Artinya ada spare sehari, dia akan berusaha untuk maksimal. Cuman memang tidak bisa se-over orang yang memang kalau masuk dengan kondisi yang memang sudah kering gitu ya, sudah siap. Mungkin malah kembali kendalanya ke Tommy Browne yang dia harus menurunkan berat badan lebih banyak daripada Chris John sendiri. Ya, jadi ini ya kita berharap dengan dua petinju sih menghadapi kondisi yang sama ya, sedikit overweight sebelum timbang badan dan tinggal bagaimana antisipasi mereka memulihkan lagi kondisinya setelah memasukkan berat itu untuk pertandingan ini, itu yang jadi kuncinya.
Baiklah Bung Doni dan Bung Turino, pemirsa, segera kita akan saksikan partai tambahan yang lain antara John Clenshaw melawan Daniel Dawson dari Sydney. Selamat menyaksikan.
Yeah, definitely. Josh, it's good to see Josh back in the ring. He's been out for a little while. They fought out in the pavilion here at Panthers last December, and it was 10 rounds of war. And the decision went to experience, and I think you'll find the same in this one here, unless one of them gets caught, but I can't see that.
Dawson starting off well here, as he normally does. He's a very exciting fighter, Daniel Dawson. His trainer has said to me that he has lapses in concentration sometimes, and that's been why perhaps at times his career has stalled. But, being rated #2 in the world by the WBO is no small feat. Undefeated in 21 fights, 14 by knockout. Josh Clenshaw, 35 fights, 22 victories and 13 KOs. And Josh Clenshaw has actually fought Nader Ham on no less than 4 occasions.
The thing about Josh too is that he's incredibly tough, and Daniel doesn't want to have too many lapses of concentration in there, because Josh will capitalise on it. He's very, very experienced, as you say, Matt. He's fought the best guys in Australia at 2 or 3 different weight divisions, and always performs very, very well. And he's got a real taskmaster in his corner in Billy Harrison, a really, really tough man around the western suburbs of Sydney, and he's instilled
out of that step
in Josh that hard edge. Daniel Dawson wants to be careful in there. If he wants to stay at #2 in the world, he doesn't want to take any risks against this guy.
Dawson coming forward behind the jab. Has Clenshaw back into the ropes.
And hold in there, boys. Punch away.
I'm sure he's the boxer in the black trunks with the white trim, the silver trim.
One thing very much in Daniel's favour is since their last fight, he's had 3 bouts, whereas Josh Clenshaw hasn't fought since. So Daniel comes into this fight
box on.
with plenty of form. He's had 3 victories since then, all in impressive fashion. Had a very good victory over Jorge Gomez over in Perth on the Danny Green James Crawford card, against a lanky guy from Paraguay.
Punch out of it, boys. Don't hold. Okay, box behind your elbows.
Dawson dominating the first round. He's been far more active. Coming forward behind the jab. Closing moments here of the first.
And hold, boys. Break. Corners. Extra Jos baru dengan 7 vitamin B. Extra Jos aktif.
Dia takut. Ya, pantas kacir. Honda dirinya palsu sih. Motornya Honda, pakainya Honda Genie Touch. Jangan yang lain.
Featherweight Championship battle. Chris defending live to Indonesia. That in itself, Tony, is very exciting, the fact that he's going live to Indonesia.
Yeah, very much so. Craig's done a great job in securing that, but he is their world champion. He's 36 fights, undefeated. Crowd, massive crowd favourite over there. I'm very thankful personally to you guys at Sky Channel for allowing us to put this fight on together, and thank you, Craig, for
Stop.
securing it.
Time out.
I've never seen the kid actually fight live, but I've seen some
There you
vision of
go.
him, and
Quick.
it's going to be one hell of a fight later on.
Okay, boys.
It's a huge
Box.
thing to have here in Penrith. It's a world title fight. It's a genuine world title. It's the WBA, the original World Boxing Association.
Support that I and others here get from Panthers World of Entertainment is second to none. Their crew, we've made this the home of boxing in Australia.
And on, boys.
Keeps
Step back. Don't
keeps
punch.
saying in his
Box.
newspaper articles, and he's right. A lot of the boxing is done here, and to have club of Panther status to have an honest world title in a registered club is a first, and I think, like I said, I think you guys are great business for allowing this to happen.
Well, when you think some of the fights you've had over the years, I mean, they'd be just as at home in a huge Vegas casino, wouldn't they? Bridges against Gonzalez, Danny Green against Delilah, phenomenal fights, and today, as we're saying, a genuine world title. Daniel Dawson and Josh Clenshaw exchanging bombs there. This is,
they both look like they were tit for tat there.
Really willing contest, isn't it? Always is when these guys are in action. Josh Clenshaw, rugged as they come, very, very tough, honest, hard-working campaigner, and Daniel Dawson genuinely world-class in the junior middleweight division.
Clenshaw continuing to press the action. Not at all intimidated by the world rating of his opponent. He wants that world rating. Why not?
Me the other day, and the time that he was with me, every second sentence was, I'm going to smash his plug, I'm going to smash his plug. Josh has always got a revenge with the opponents that beat him. Nathan Hampton's a good example. He tried him 4 times. And
Step back, don't punch.
you know, I like both kids. Josh has been around me since I've actually started with Blasters, and Daniel's sort of grown towards the Bennett a few of my shows here. I don't want to see a winner. I don't want to see.
Extra Joss, the real Joss.
Tidak gampang jadi juara. Butuh stamina, disiplin, dan semangat juang. Dan tentu saja, minum Extra Joss. Saya gak minum yang lain, karena Extra Joss bisa diminum tiap hari, menjaga stamina untuk bantu saya jadi biang.
Extra Joss, the real Joss.
Terbukti.
Extra Joss, the real Joss.
Josh Clenshaw versus Daniel Dawson. Dawson, you would have to say, is dominating the fight on the scorecards. Worked well behind the jab, throwing good combinations.
They've got a perfect gym over there. It's awesome gym. It's second to none in the world. I've been over there many times. I've done about 7 trips to Keating over there in Harry's gym, and Craig gives the boys bit of a slip there.
Yeah, it was a
bit
slip.
of a punch.
Yeah, there were 2 punches.
Okay,
But it was definitely a slip, and I would think that the centre of the ring would be quite slippery.
Right, step back.
And it'll probably only become more slippery as the fight afternoon goes on, because of all the blood, sweat and tears that will be soaking into it.
He looks fatigued, doesn't he, Josh Clenshaw?
Right.
He started this round looking very, very tired.
With that, like Daniel went over there in Perth, in the gym they got, like I was just saying before, that's second to none. Craig gives him the best equipment from America. He's always on the internet buying stuff. And there's the difference between the 2 fighters, both evenly matched. One has a business, and Daniel treats boxing as a business, and Craig trains him as a true professional. That's the difference in the 2. They're both equally matched. Any man can win. But one has a business outside of boxing, and Daniel Dawson, boxing's his life.
Yeah, I can see the results of that today.
Dawson has shown very good evasive skills throughout this fight. Something that a lot of, I guess, commentators and experts perhaps underestimate in fighters is their ability to defend. Particularly in America, where they like aggressive, attacking fighters. And, really, everything should be built around a good, solid defence and behind the jab. He has the defence and he has a very good jab.
As soon as Josh comes on, the crowd really gets behind him. But late, I think. If Josh is to win this fight from this point, Shannon, what's
he's got to put from go forward, you've got to pressure him. He's got all
Josh got this.
Dia takut. Ya, pantas kacir. Honda dirinya palsu sih. Motornya Honda, pakainya Honda Jin 4. Jangan yang lain.
Ya pemirsa, masih di Extra Joss Top Boxing SCTV Sport. Kita masih menantikan persiapan pertarungan antara Chris John melawan penantangnya Tommy Browne dalam perebutan. Dalam rangka Tommy Browne berencana untuk merebut gelar juara dunia dari tangan Chris John di kelas bulu versi WBA. Bung Ternes, sekali lagi kita lihat bahwa petinju Australia seperti yang Anda katakan memang perlu diwaspadai karena memang mereka punya talenta cukup tinggi. Ya. Kita lihat tadi Chad Bennett bagaimana berhadapan dengan petinju dari Thailand itu Kachai yang sebetulnya secara tidak langsung agak-agak mirip gayanya dengan Chris John. Sementara dengan penampilan Chris John terakhir ketika melawan Derek Gainer pun sempat kecolongan di ronde awal, namun meskipun dia sempat bangkit di ronde berikutnya. Anda melihat apakah Chris John akan seperti ketika melawan Gainer atau Chris John akan berubah menjadi Chris John yang benar-benar lain penampilan dalam
Saya kata-kata tadi memang dalam hal ini kita lihat setiap petinju dia akan mempelajari calon lawan dan tidak selalu tipikal petinju sama seperti sebelumnya ya. Dengan dia sudah lihat pertandingan antara Tommy Browne dengan GC tadi, saya rasa juga sudah diantisipasi oleh timnya Chris John bagaimana melawan Tommy Browne ini. Memang tadi kalau kita lihat tadi pada keterangan bahwasanya mengenai overweight itu merupakan juga setiap petinju akan memiliki kendala overweight.
Seperti itu ya, Bu.
Ya, tapi tadi saya lihat sudah diantisipasi oleh Chris John dengan masukin sauna sehingga bisa in ya, juga Tommy Browne.
Bung De, ada pengaruh nggak dengan cuaca dingin di sana dengan persiapan fisik dari Chris John?
Pastinya sih kita lihat Chris John memasuki ruang pertandingan, arena pertandingan ya. Yang pasti ada, tapi Chris John sudah 3 bulan di sana, Bu. Ini suatu keuntungan antisipasi kita sendiri, antisipasi dari Chris John sendiri terhadap kondisi.
Baiklah pemirsa, kita saksikan tampak di layar kaca Anda Chris John memasuki ring, petinju Indonesia pemegang gelar juara dunia.
Kerusakan parah pada tempat usaha dan rumah mengakibatkan ratusan warga kehilangan mata pencaharian. Kendati di salah satu desa ada cadangan beras, namun kawasan lain terancam krisis pangan.
yang ku cinta, Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, hiduplah Indonesia Raya.
Remain standing for the national anthem of Australia, ladies and gentlemen, sung today by Lauren Atkins.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth but toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome and good afternoon. Right here at the home of boxing in the Wild West, Penrith, Panthers, home of entertainment. Sponsored by Extra Joss, and of course in association with Blue Corner and the Blaster Promotions, present 12 rounds of boxing. World-class boxing for the featherweight championship of the world. Sanctioned by the WBA. Please, ladies and gentlemen, introducing now, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 56.55 kilograms from Campbelltown, Australia. Known to his friends as the Titan, he has 22 fights, 18 wins, 3 losses and 1 draw, 7 coming by way of KO, wearing solid black trunks with a yellow and white trim. Please welcome the challenger, Tommy Titan Browne. His opponent across the ring weighed in at 56.80 kilograms. He is undefeated in the last 2 years, 36 fights, 35 wins, 1 draw, 19 coming by way of KO from Indonesia, the champion, Chris Chor. Officials at ringside scoring on a 10-pass mass system, ladies and gentlemen. Judges, Shalam Praditphon, Michael Lee, Aseo Kazunobo. Referee in charge when the bell rings, Stanley Christodoulou. Ladies and gentlemen, those in attendance and those worldwide watching by Sky Channel, in the words of the great king, it's now or never. WBA World Featherweight Champion, 12 3-minute rounds when the bell rings. Let's get it on.
Right, the both of the rules. Let's shake hands. Good luck to you both.
Short and sweet there from Stanley Christodoulou as we set ourselves for the WBA Featherweight Championship of the World. How exciting is this? Great atmosphere. The local crowd well and truly behind Tommy Browne. This is his moment of truth. 22 years of age, Chris John, 25. And already you can see the distinct height and reach advantage to the Australian fighter. He has to utilise that early. He has to establish himself in this contest.
Double him up, Tommy. Double him up. Double the jab up, Tommy.
jabs.
He's not overboard, is he, Tommy Browne? He's come to fight. He's right there in front of Chris John, spearing out that left hand.
And he's just done what I told him to do in the dressing room. So every time this guy hits you, you've got to hit him back, you've got to hit him more. And look, he has come to fight, and it's good to see. But there's Chris John coming over the top of the jab with that right hand. Very skillful young kid, this Chris John.
He's evasive, isn't he? He's hard to nail.
Very good hand speed too, and that's the thing Browne's going to have to be wary of with that jab. He doesn't want to leave it out there because he will be counted over the top by John.
Some nice body work early by Tommy Browne, and it could, play in his favour in the later part of the fight.
Good work there from Browne, finding a home for the right hand.
Size difference is apparent, isn't he? He towers over him, Tommy Browne.
He sure does.
Nice jab there from John, but that comes Browne. John looking very composed in the ring.
Todd Macklin just screaming at Tommy Browne to use the right hand over the top, but it was Chris John who fired off his right hand and connected.
Great defensive skills, Chris John. He used them gloves to catch those punches, and Tommy Browne comes around the gloves.
Browne more than happy to mix it up with him, which is a good sign, I think, early on, Jeff. He needs to try and establish himself in this fight.
Well, he has to show the guy that he wants to fight. Not only does he have to show that he wants to fight with you, but he has to hit the land and hurt the guy and give him his respect. And I think that he's done that the first minute and a half of the fight.
Nice work there from John up the middle. Oh, nice counter right hand there from Browne. And stunned the champion.
Have a go, Tommy Browne. Goodness me.
Well, I tell you, go on a career, certainly he's done it.
Beautiful work. Great work there from Tommy Browne to end round number 1.
Extra Joss, the real Joss.
Tidak gampang jadi juara. Butuh stamina, disiplin, dan semangat juang. Dan tentu saja, minum Extra Joss. Saya gak minum yang lain, karena Extra Joss bisa diminum tiap hari, menjaga stamina untuk bantu saya jadi biang.
Extra Joss, the real Joss.
Terbukti.
Extra Joss, the real Joss.
Had the better of the early going in the round, but Tommy Browne came home fantastic over that last half minute, didn't he?
Who did he give the round to, Bennett?
I think Chris John just, he did a lot of work for that first 2.5.
I think that last 30 seconds is really an impact in the judges' minds. I think it might go towards Tommy Browne.
It's also the crowd that cheer every time Browne lands, whereas there's not really any sort of reaction when John lands a punch. So that's got to affect.
The one thing you will notice is this Chris John will not slow down, mate. He'll pick up the pace. If he thinks that round is close, he will pick it up. He'll go straight out the punch. Here he goes.
Well, this will be the test then for Tommy Browne. Can he go with the champion in terms of work rate?
And he punches from all angles, Chris John, around, up the middle, to the sides.
Chris John started boxing when he was 6. Father got him into the sport. Counter work there from Browne. He's not afraid of his opponent, not at all intimidated by the situation. Good work there from John.
Terrific uppercut, isn't it, Chris John?
Very, very good uppercut, Green. He goes around the body, brings a punch through the middle very successfully.
Browne caused the Korean champion all sorts of problems when he doubled up with the jab. Chris John just hasn't allowed him to do that so far. The fighter's keen to mix it up. Makes for a very exciting fight. Beautiful right hand.
Tommy Browne comes straight back with his own.
It's an exciting fight, isn't it? This Aussie kid has really come here to win the title. He's not overawed at all by the reputation of Chris John, undefeated in 36 fights.
Well, what an opportunity it is to become world champion at home. And it's not, look, not to disrespect any title, but it is the WBA. It's one of the major world boxing governing bodies. So if he gets this, it's going to give him a lot of credibility.
Right hand, Chris.
Double him up, Tommy.
Both fighters maintaining a high work rate.
Beautiful jabbing by Chris John. He's got like 10 centimetres short reach for his really jab.
He's great on his feet, isn't he? In and out.
Just gets to that distance and fires off that jab. Look at that. Tommy's taking the fight up to the champion, but he's got to throw punches on the way in. That's what he has to do. As he gets straight in that range, just to punch.
Savage exchanges there.
Big counter hook by Chris John in close there.
Well, neither fighter has been.
Extra Jos baru dengan 7 vitamin B. Extra Jos gratis.
Kini, kamu bisa menikmati album padi terbaru di Nokia 6680. Ekspresikan juga dirimu dengan fitur-fitur Nokia seru lainnya. Ponsel Nokia dengan album padi.
No, right hand, set it up, right hand. Set up the right hand. Right? Very clearly, but all right.
Does it bring back fond memories?
Don't be in front of him. Keep moving, all right? When you go out there and give them all. This is what I love about this fight. There are two kids out there giving their all.
So far, it's lived up to the billing as a world title fight. It's the WBA Featherweight Championship. Chris John, the champion in the white and red, versus the challenger, Tommy Browne from Sydney, Australia.
That's better. Tommy's got to be first. He's come out this round being first, keeping Chris John off, you know. Nice look by Chris John.
Beautiful work there from Chris John up the middle. That's nice angles for himself too. Very awkward for Browne. He doesn't quite know where every punch is coming from.
It was beautiful. 3 punches over the top, rolled on the Tommy Browne's hook, come back with 2 more punches. Chris John's very experienced, very skilled.
Browne just falling short with that jab.
Starting to mark from the bottom of both eyes now, Tommy Browne.
Yeah, we saw him marked up badly in the fight against Injin Chi, but he hung in there. But not a good sign when Chris John's finding a home for that jab already.
Especially when the guy's got 10 centimetres on reach.
That's right.
Popping that punch out, but Chris John is beating the jab. Look at this. Only because Tommy Browne's waiting, Brantley. He's waiting to counter punch when he should be first.
Yeah. Full advantage of that.
He's been kicked apart here in the third. He doesn't want to be standing in front of his man. He's just catching him all the time, straight up the middle too.
Chris John started out as a Kung Fu champion. You can see him in a Bruce Lee movie, couldn't you? He's very, very nimble on his feet.
Good there from Browne, but he needs more than that. He needs a sustained attack. Doesn't want the champion to get too set.
That's more like, get that jab in.
Good work there again from Browne. He's becoming more heavily marked though as the round goes on. It's a bit of a concern so early in the fight.
just methodical, Chris John. He's just there, slowly chopping up the face of Tommy Browne.
He's just always that just fraction out of the reach, isn't he? And then before you know it, he's striking with that jab and right hand.
Like a cobra.
Yeah, like a tiger.
Very, very accurate too.
Beautiful right hand by Chris John there.
It's kind of exquisite, isn't it?
Oh, his speed and time was just beautiful. He just clears his feet right at the right time. He just bang, lets their punches go. Just as Tommy Browne's going in.
Yep.
Extra Joss baru dengan 7 vitamin B. Extra Joss aktif.
Dia takut. Ya, pantas kacir. Honda dirinya palsu sih. Motornya Honda, pakainya Honda jadi 4. Jangan yang lain.
Under the eyes.
Yeah, definitely so. Like I said, Chris John is just right there at the right distance, waiting for Browne to miss and bring you on the little punches that aren't too hard. There's a lot of speed behind them, and I think looking at Tommy Browne's face now, he doesn't have that, enthusiastic look that he had at the end of round 1.
And we just saw there in the replay there was a slight head clash, so that wouldn't have helped his situation either. But after probably taking the first round on my scorecard too, Jeff, Tommy Browne, he's lost the last 2, and he's allowing Chris John to get more set in his attack.
Got a great eye, Chris John.
Browne's got to try and double up with that jab. He's got to have John on the back foot, back on his heels.
Nice effort there, Chris John.
At this stage, he's just picking the Australian fighter apart.
I guess in the fight with Injin Chi, Tommy Browne didn't have to go looking for Injin Chi, did he? He was right in his face, whereas Chris John's a little more elusive. He's a little harder to tag.
Well, he's a smart fighter. We just heard Tommy Browne, let me tell you. And this will not stop from Chris John.
Browne's got to try and hold on here, I think. There's no point in trying to cover up.
As I said, Tommy Browne didn't look too keen at the end of round 3. He started to get hit and slowly not one big punch, but a volume of punches. Oh, right to the body. Beautiful. Double right to the body there.
Variety in the attack too. He just doesn't know where the next punch is coming from. It's coming up the middle, from the side, ripping to the body. He fights in perpetual motion, the Indonesian champion.
Well, I'm going to say it now in round 4 that Chris John and the Korean never stopped him, but I think Chris John will methodically tear this kid apart, and I think there might be a stoppage in the late round.
He's got to do something dramatic, turn things around now, doesn't he? I mean, he had a good first round, Tommy Browne, he's been in the range, but since Chris John has got his timing right, it's been one-way traffic, pretty much.
Tommy Browne's confidence is gone. He's trying hard, the kid, but he's really getting beat.
Like you said, he just doesn't stop this, Chris John. He has fought at the same pace basically since the opening round.
He just moves, gets in that position, works.
He really needs to try and get behind Browne to lift him.
Another
huge punch there.
He's taking a lot of punishment, isn't he, Tommy Browne now?
Oh, these are sickening blows that are landing on the Australian fighter.
His face is a mess, Tommy Browne.
It's great to see that Craig Christian's done a great job with this kid, and for him to travel all the way from Indonesia to work at Harry's gym certainly speaks volumes for Harry's gym.
Browne just doesn't know where to find him. He can't set himself at all for any sort of attack. Watching a very classy fighter here tonight. The WBA featherweight champ.
Extra Joss baru dengan 7 vitamin B. Extra Joss aktif.
Kini, kamu bisa menikmati Air album padi terbaru di Nokia 6680. Ekspresikan juga dirimu dengan fitur-fitur Nokia seru lainnya. Ponsel Nokia dengan Air album padi.
Very well skilled.
He's so accurate too. He really doesn't waste any energy, and that is the sign of a class act.
That's because he puts himself in a position where he knows he's in range to punch, and to do that you've got to take a risk, but he backs what he's doing.
And he balances it so well with that elusive defence too.
Jab to the front of the glove, hooks around the glove. You know, this kid's a very smart thinking fighter.
Well, what can Tommy Browne do, Jeff? He needs to try and at least double up with the jab.
Well, he has to double up with the jab, then he has to land a big right hand. He's got to stop. You know, he's got to do something to stop the onslaught at the moment, and to do that, he has to hurt Chris John.
He's doing his best to nail him, but Chris John is just always at just a fraction of an inch out of range. And then before you know it, he strikes straight back.
Yeah, he's in and out greedy, exactly what you're saying. You know, just out of distance, in distance, and out of distance. It's making it very hard for Tommy Browne to find the mark. Look at that, everybody.
It's amazing, the hand speed there to be able to land both those punches. He could have actually gone over the top too if he wanted.
Yeah, and you've got to realise that his right hand is going to be touched, but his speed was so great, and the punches just have enough power to stop his opponent from hitting him.
Browne has been game, but so far outclassed in this featherweight championship of the world battle.
Ringside, of course, watching very closely Anthony Mundine. I wonder if he's trying to pick up a few moves off Chris John. There's plenty of moves there to cop if he wants to.
Well, I'll tell you one thing Anthony learned from this kid is the consistency in which he throws punches. Anthony Mundine's got the great speed and skill as well. Similar to Chris John, but he just doesn't punch in bunches like this kid does. He'll be watching now, and I'm sure he'll be taking some lessons out of this kid.
Oh, look at that right hand, that sent him back on his heels.
That hurt Tommy.
How tough has Tommy Browne been so far? He has absorbed a lot of punishment in the last 3.5 rounds.
You're just so right what you're saying, Jeff. I mean, this guy just does not take a break, does he? He's throwing punches 3 minutes every round.
I saw this kid when he was like 15 or something like that. I told him that he'd be world champion one day if he kept that up. Not only is he proved me right, but he was on this. Look at Tommy Browne, what a tough kid.
Oh, he's trying so hard, isn't he?
Chris really getting behind him all as he walks into a huge punch. It really is his only hope at this stage. He's got to try and offset the enemies and look for that one big lucky punch.
He's just so slick, this Chris John, just always
Cool, calm and collected.
What about the defensive skills here? He's catching well on the elbows and gloves.
This guy's a real
boxer. Right to the body.
Well, he dug a hole into his stomach. That was so hard, that punch.
Tidak gampang jadi juara. Butuh stamina, disiplin, dan semangat juang. Dan tentu saja, minum Extra Jos. Saya gak minum yang lain, karena Extra Jos bisa diminum tiap hari, menjaga stamina untuk bantu saya jadi biang.
Extra Jos, the real Jos.
Terbukti.
Dia takut. Ya, pantas kacir. Onderdilnya palsu sih. Motornya Honda, pakainya Honda jadi pas. Jangan yang lain.
From Browne. His best moments of the fight so far.
There's not a punch landed there, mate.
He's catching a lot of those on the forearms, isn't he?
He is when you look at it in replay.
He comes back with a big right hand to finish.
Round number 6.
Be interesting to see his punch stats so far, Chris John. They'd be amazing. I think the accuracy level.
One thing we've got to do, guys, we've got to take our hats off to Toddy Maitland. Tommy Browne must be superbly fit to take what he's taken so far and then to come back the way he's come back at the end of that round.
Well, he's all heart, isn't he, Tommy Browne, and he gets that off his trainer. His trainer had a very bad heart condition and had to retire from boxing. But he's certainly instilled a lot of guts and a lot of tenacity in this kid, because Tommy Browne has come here to win. He's behind the 8 ball at the moment, but he's still in there trying that last round. He threw a lot of punches. He's desperate to get through with a big one.
There, even when John throws a punch and misses, Browne is not in a position to counter him because of the way that John just seems to have that real ring generalship that the really good fighters have. They're able to know their exact place in the ring at all times.
Oh, right hand by Chris John, just fell short.
He just hasn't given Browne a moment's respite. The opening bell.
And I suppose we should take our hats off to promoter Tony Caradona for being able to bring this fight into Panthers and let us witness a great young fighter in the making.
It's great to think that we can have great fights like this in the suburbs, Sydney, all over the western suburbs. It's just tremendous. A genuine world-class WBA title fight.
Well, we've got Victor Chinin on the 24th of August at the Entertainment Centre, so the big fights continue here in Sydney, Australia.
We've got so many great champions here at the moment, it's just tremendous. Now, you weren't a bad featherweight yourself, Jeff Finnick.
Not bad.
If you were in there with Chris John, what would you be doing now? What would you do?
It's exactly like I said.
He'd be over by now, wouldn't it, Jeff? You would have knocked him out.
I'm not sure about that.
He's pretty good, this Chris John.
Yeah, you've got to fight fire with fire, and if anything, Tommy Browne that I see, he just lacks that hand speed, and not just hand speed there, but he will punch the gloves and punch the arms. He's not looking for what Chris John's looking for. He's not looking for vacant head or vacant chin or vacant stomach. He's just throwing punches in bunches, but he's not trying to land good punches. Have a look at the difference between Chris John. When he throws a punch, he looks for an opening. There you go with the body he hits. He doesn't just throw the punch and land on the arm. And you know, Chris John's a classy fighter.
Tommy Browne is still there, and we've just got 20 seconds remaining in round number 6.
And the fight's just taken a dramatic change. Tommy Browne's now going backwards, and Chris John's now walking him backwards.
He's landing almost at will with that right hand of the Indonesian champion. I saw Craig Christian urging him to throw over the top with the right, and that's exactly what he did. Up the middle. He's got every punch in the book.
Extra Joss, the real Joss.
Tidak gampang jadi juara. Butuh stamina, disiplin, dan semangat juang. Dan tentu saja, minum Extra Joss. Saya gak minum yang lain, karena Extra Joss bisa diminum tiap hari, menjaga stamina untuk bantu saya jadi biang.
Extra Joss, the real Joss.
Terbukti.
Extra Joss, the real Joss.
Browne, maybe that was wishful thinking, but he had his moments there in the first, but since then it's been very sporadic for him.
Yeah, I think Chris John went out in that first round, just got his distance, got his timing, and he's just taken the fight, control of the fight after that.
Seconds up.
He's throwing a lot of shots there, Tommy Browne, but they're not landing. They're hitting elbows, they're hitting the top of the gloves.